your stream anymore. You got to record this shit in here. So there we are, people. So Ride, apologies bro that we missed your tune off there, but at least you're getting the feedback here. So party people, as I was saying, we've tilted the tune, the frequencies. We'll bypass. I want to hear what's actually going on. Okay, so what it is then is it's going to be a case of bringing down some of the percussion, but not in level. It's got to be more in tone. So if you've got all your drums in a group, then if you're adding some sort of like high-end boost, exciting, or some sort of push in, you know, in the top end, you need to reduce that a bit and bring out more of the sub, bring out more of the bass in order to counterbalance it. And I think what will happen there is you'll get like a more of a weighted and balanced sound. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that helps. Other than that, as I say, your tune's vibes, everything's there. It's just the tilt, it's just the balance, just, you know, the whole balance of the tune really just needs balancing a little bit. Jungle Rhythms, what we're saying, my DJ, hope you're good, man. Right, so moving on as we do this. Run the track! Run the track! Run the track! Run the track! So next track is called Mastermind. I don't have a name to it, so if this is your tune, give me a shout.
I am your mastermind. mastermind.
Fat Man Scoop, bass dunk. That's time to bass dunk. Everybody bass dunk.
So yeah, R.I.P. to the man like Fat Man Scoop. I can't believe that as well. Made a tune with him, you know. Fucking back in 2011, 2012, some around them times, with a guy called Rainer. Track called Bass Dunk, and that's why he did this for me.
Fat Man Scoop, bass dunk. That's time to bass dunk. Fat Man Scoop, bass dunk. That's time to bass dunk. Everybody bass dunk.
So yeah, wicked tune. Back to the tune. So yeah, absolutely wicked. Some bleepy, flipping, old school breaks, just what we like. Tell me a bit more about this tune. Is it signed? Is it something that's forthcoming on a label or your own label? The tune's great. Everything's there in terms of elements and the tunes. The mix needs to just be adjusted a little. The mix needs to be sort of scooped a little bit. As you can see with this, London, there's that thing with Charlotte Devaney, yeah. So basically, with the EQ here, I was just listening to it, and if you'll notice it when I bypass it on and off, you'll notice it like the whole mids seem really nasally, like boxy. Again, I hate that term, but it's got like this like or ooh sort of noise to it or tone to it. Listen to it with it off. I'll turn it off, and then I'll put it on. Then with it off. So applying this across the whole mix, although it's softened it and it's made it sound a bit more clear, what's actually happened is it's sort of ruined the drums ever so slightly. But the actual boxiness is coming from the drums. So we might be able to get around this actually in a different way. So if we just bypass that and we chuck on Ozone's EQ. The reason why I'm choosing Ozone's EQ is because, get rid of this, is because they have these settings in here, and this is as of version 11. A lot of people don't know about this. Well, hang on a minute. I don't need that one. I need actual Ozone itself. Okay, yeah, so you're collecting some tracks, releasing next year. You laid another bass line into it. Okay, cool. What is actually on the master out? Because if you've got any EQ which is boosting around 100 to 300 hertz, this is probably the issue. So anyway, I've gone to Ozone and I've set it to be in drums only, so that whatever I do now is just going to affect the drums, and I don't want to affect the transient, so I'm going to put it in sustain. So there's a setting here, look, you've got stereo, mid-size, left, right, and transient sustain. Transient sustain is like split EQ, so check it. And that's the area we need to take care of. So bypass. See how that is much more smoother than the actual Nova. What we did, we used Nova was a bit more destructive because it's across the whole tune. This is across the whole tune, but it's just on the drums. So need to really look at what's happening in terms of that area. Yes, Bush. The Nova SRI crew. It'll be interesting to hear the update as well. It'll be interesting to hear the update, but the problem with not recreating or going down this route of this old school stuff is, remember that you can get carried away with how surgical you can get with plugins nowadays, and if you want it authentic, then yeah, you need to really scoop out these lower mids, have a big scoop, so it's more balanced between the lows and the highs, but you've got rid of all this sort of like boxy feel. But again, if you want it to Oh, you sent an update. Oh, well, I'll play it and I'll probably get back to you on an email or something. But if you want it to be modern sounding, then yeah, it works. But you definitely need to look at shaping the aiming a little bit more in order to remove that boxiness and one of the breaks in there as well. But other than that, it's quite solid, to be honest. Yeah, so keep me posted on that one, my DJ. Tunstep, you are up, my DJ. You are up, ready to go. So we've got a track by Tunstep. It's a bootleg, some Lenny Kravitz Flyaway bootleg. So remember, peeps, when you send tunes in, just put your name, the track title, and then we can give you a little shout. But yeah, but thanks for sending that track though, mate. Really appreciate it. So next in.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way,
Bruh.
Right. Sick in the game. I think the theme and the idea behind it all is absolutely wicked, and I think you would do well if you was to do this as a free download and stuff. But the overall finish on the tune, I'm not going to say the mix, because I think it's the finish, something that you've put on the master out, which is driving it too hard, and you're getting into some mad distortion in the sides. So the first thing I went for was the elliptical filter, because if I take this off, just press play again, look, see this here, this yellow thing, that's sub at 50 hertz, and it's just not necessary. So if we just put it in sides, see, that's playing in sides, and you can hear it fizzing and crunching and stuff. So that is what we need to take care of, and for some reason it's all going crazy. SRS says it needs more Amens. Don't watch SRS, mate. He likes using his pots and pans, you know what I mean? Right, so with this engaged, it's now removed this so it's removed that there. Right, then what I've done, let me come back out of this. What I've done, right, is I've used a it's not a multi-band, sorry, it's a compressor, but I've not engaged mono, I've just done the sides. So with this on, I'm absolutely smashing the arse off this. I'm like minus 10 dB, pushing the sides down. So, and that's because of all this build up here from 200 to 800. It was overtaken. When the actual tune drops, it was overtaken by a lot. Then, to make it up, I used a multi-band exciter. Again, I was fucking around with it, and I didn't understand why it weren't making any difference, and it's because I was still in mono. So then I flicked it over to sides. As you can see, I've put it in tube, a bit of triode, and I'm only affecting these two bands. More on the higher band, because you had hardly any information there. But now, what it's done is it's balanced the sides, if you know what I mean. So I can't remove the distortion. That's the one thing we can't remove, because it's printed into the track. But I think there's one other thing that was annoying me. Yeah, it's like this. What is that noise? That like shh. Listen. You can notice it more in sides. That's where it is mostly. But it's like some. It's like, okay, you double limited it, right? Yeah, well, yeah. If it's not reaching, okay, so when you're mixing the tune, or you're producing the tune, or doing something, if your track can't hit -6 LUFS short term, then there's a problem. There's something going on, like maybe in the low end, maybe it's in the mids. Like, that is what takes up all the headroom. So don't force it. Like, don't stress the tune, don't force it. But Josh, man, the thing is, you wouldn't want to start notching these things out in a master. It's too destructive, you know. That a notch filter to that degree of removing that, it'll just be so destructive. I would be trying to put it in sides so I can hear the noise. Then what I would do is I'd use a denoise, tell the denoise to listen to that sound, and then just phase reverse it so it completely removes it from the tune. That would be less destructive and more natural. But again, you're changing somebody's tune far too much. So again, if Tunstep sent this to me and he was like, oh, I need this mastering, I'd be like, okay, cool, but I can't because of this weird noise. It's like, it's fatiguing, and obviously other bits and pieces. But other than that, it's a cool tune. You got a lot of love for that, mate. So as we move on, because we got loads more tunes. You know what I mean? We've got loads more tunes. Mr. Del Monte comes out later. You know what I mean? Terry Tibbs comes out later. You know what I mean? So So yeah, big ups. Thanks for sending that in, mate. I've got all of your tunes, so I've put another one of your tracks in for the next show. So make sure you hang around and follow. Right, next in is DME. Hopefully you can watch this back on. You can watch this back on YouTube afterwards. So as we do this, next track inside.
No boy no bother down. No boy no bother down.
So man like DME inside the place, he's actually got a really cool vinyl out at the moment. You'd have to SOS, you fucking kill it, mate. Yeah, you'd have to check him out on Facebook. I will put a link somewhere in a minute. But yeah, he's got a really cool vinyl. I think it's a lathe cut rare on white called Zombies. And yeah, it's pretty decent, man. So if you're into that sort of stuff, definitely check that out. Right, so going to the tunage. Right, The intro was just like pure epic, some cinematic business, and then when it dropped, it was a bit of a, oh man, like I can hear that he's put a lot into this tune, and it was cool. You know what I mean? It sounded, like I say, epic, like cinematic, but it was the tonal aspect of the tune, and you can see here. Look at this. It's quite a big scoop there. 7 dBs, which is a lot. Let's play it without the EQ.
No boy no bother down.
Got back to that boxy feel, that nasally. It just feels a bit bloated in this lower mids. It's the second tune tonight that's doing that. Now let's put this back on. With it off.
No boy no bother down.
It just really needs to open up. So it's the kick in the snare that's causing a lot of this, and also that like more lower mids throaty bass. That's what's sort of clogging up the lower mids in this actual tune. So it's just a mix thing. Do you know what I mean? It is literally just a mix thing. So again, I haven't got the stems to this, but he has sent me the stems to a new project to mix down called Bad Boy. The other thing I would say about this tune is lose the vocal, man, because it's just too pure badder than inside. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, lose that, because it's not quite. I don't know. I just I won't go there. Do you know what I mean? So wicked style article.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
So as we move on to some drums, we got the one like DJ Snare inside. I don't know if he's in the chat, but yeah, new tingling from him.
Shut! Are you a bossy?
Itself through diversity, and this includes the ability to sacrifice itself when necessary.
screw, bass dub, rap me and screw, bass dub.
Life perpetuates itself through diversity, and this includes the ability to sacrifice itself when necessary.
Okie dokie, oh my days, well my days. So yeah, there's a bit of a mixed perception there on that one. You still got some love for it though, bro. That's the main things, you know what I mean? Entity, welcome in. Yes, Madij. And I just seen that Drums for Life is in here as well. What we saying? No, it's Future Drums Radio. Welcome in. Right, so just sort of going over bits. So Ion Sphere said that's a brave break. It, it sure is. Heinz was in the long dark tunnel there. You know what I mean? So right, again, some Renegade Hardware, some Hard Leaders track. You know what I mean? It's definitely some gritty. I seen London pipe in. London's ears were sticking up there because this is his style of, you know, miserable bass and that lot. So right, in terms of the mix, there's some bits which are like imbalanced, where like the vocal front, for example, the vocals are just like really fucking bright, like super bright, and then you've got this Amon fill again, absolutely shredding, like real shredding. I can see it's here, look, in blue. So let's just go to the drop. Right, check the drop. It's there, but it's like 6K, that 4K area, absolutely, like, it needs ironing out a bit, and you need more of that 16K in order to sort of help push that 4K, 6K down and bring out the air. So that's the first thing that came to mind, was this needs like air. So I'll grab the plug-in, air. As soon as I turn this on, listen. This is bypass. It just helps that shine. It helps that, like, that top end come through. But if I was to leave this on, we're in a whole heap of trouble, because when it comes to this aim and break, I'm turning it off, by the way, because I just don't want to shred myself. So check it when the aim and break comes in. Pure out the box, like 3K, 5K, just sizzling. Pure sizzle your face off. We would need to seriously control that. So again, if this was like the only copy in the world and it was like, oh, can you master it? Well, we'll try. You would have to, I mean, I would personally offline that. I wouldn't like I wouldn't have something across the whole tune that's going to dip that area. I would wait until that's about to happen in the tune. I'd make an edit and I would offline process that, and then it should be tighter. So again, here's another blue one. So let's go to the vocal. So you can let's just remind ourselves of the drums and everything. Right, now let's check the vocal.
Life perpetuates itself through diversity, and this includes the ability to sacrifice itself when necessary.
See what I'm saying? Like 8K, 3K, pure sizzle your face off. So these things need to be tightened up in the mix. So DS the vocals, really like get rid of all that sibilance. The Amon is way too bright. That needs to come down. And then the majority of the tune in terms of percussion, that needs to be brighter. So it's really strange. Years ago you would have probably used something like this. You would have drawn for like a Bax EQ before it was a plugin, like the hardware version, and you would literally cut the shit out of the tune. So you'd cut it right off like this.
Life perpetuates itself through diversity, and
It's still not taking care of it, but what you would have to do is cut the shit out of it like that, then apply a high-end boost, because what that's doing is it's rolling back everything and then leaving you with a dull sound. So then when you make it brighter again, in theory you're making everything bright, but things that were too bright is now duller, and those that were dull in the first place didn't really get affected by the EQ because it's already dull, if that makes sense. Soothe 2, yeah, fucking hell, man, that would just, again, it can be done, it can definitely be done, but I'd want to offline it. So see, I went extreme with Soothe 2 there, just so you can hear it. But Entity, you're absolutely right. Like, that is probably the best go-to tool in order to fix this. And I just slapped it on. You know what I mean? I just slapped it. I ain't really gone in deep with it. So in this case, there is no drums in stereo. The Amon's not in stereo. So what we could do is set this to mid-side mode and tell it to only focus on the mono. Look, only mid. That means now that this is only going to work in mono and leave everything that's in stereo or in the sides alone. It's not going to touch it. So who knows? You can maybe get a better result.
Includes the ability to sacrifice itself.
But yeah, 100%. That is probably like the go-to. So yeah, nice one. But in terms of, would you do that in a mastering process? Not to that degree. You would have to go back to the mix engineer or whoever made the tune and say, fix it up, man.
Bruh.
Right. As we move. This could be your tune, Brett. I'm not too sure. It's labelled DB3 Traumatic. So if that's you, mates, let me know. Give me a sign. Let's do this.
Real talk, yeah, it's real talk. Your television's full of lies, yeah, it's real talk. Multi-dimensional business. Fuck off.
Man, like Ionosphere is just fucking coming just squelched the place out. Oh my days. So again, all sorts of bits and pieces going off there. So like it's one of those tunes again where you throw in like so many ideas in there. Mr. Anchovy said there was one part which he was really feeling. He was like, this bit he was feeling that. We'll go back to that in a minute. So there's that bit which I quite like myself, the B line. Yeah, so like Good as Gold, he's just saying that there's lots of everything going on here. United Colours of Jungle, welcome in. So yeah, I mean, I think, did you, again, I always say this, did you make this on your phone? As always, mate. If you did, you know, hats off to you, man. Or did you put it there like, oh, you might have put it in the chat already, sorry, mate. Yeah. See, this guy mixed this shit on his phone. You know what I mean? So you've got to give it to him for that. So in terms of layout, try and stick to one idea, like, because you've got like 3 different tunes going off in this. And I can hear it all right, and this like bubbly bass here, I would have just come with a breakdown, like stop all the drums, everything, and just gone into that, but maybe an octave higher. It's just, let me just try and find it. So yeah, you can. The thing for me, right, on this is that everything just feels really detuned. Do you know what I mean? If it was higher pitch, and that's why it feels like it's plodding along, because the drums are like really detuned. I would personally come with, I wouldn't come with that break. I would just come with something more modern, like a kick and a clap, but make it like TikTok. So it's like bump, cat, bump, cat, bump, cat. That's how I would go on with this and come away with the break. But I get it, you know. That's how we like it. So I was actually going to grab like a kick and a clap just to sort of like have an idea of what it is, but we'll have a quick look. I'm just going to literally drag a kick in. Like, I don't know what this kick's going to be. Let's turn it down just in case it's going to blow my ear off. Yeah, that'll do. So right, let's get the kick in there. I just want to just quickly try something for you, my DJ. So where's the... Also, I'm guessing Traumatics doesn't know that you're using the vocals. That'd be interesting. Could send it to him. I know Traumatics quite well, actually. Known him for years. So if you want me to send it to him, mate, more than happy to send it to him. Right, let's chuck this clap in. I don't know what's happening here. Right, so that ain't a clap. That's a shit clap, mate. We just need a clap. Come on. And I think the claps that we're finding here, people, are absolute dog shit. Okay, again, don't really want this clap, and I'm not on the browser, so I can like play it. So bear with me, party people. Right, so. And this is what I was saying. Just literally, I would just be like this on the kick snare sort of thing, like this, yeah. Right. So we're gonna need duck. This is just spontaneous, you know what I mean? Okay, this is going to be a weird pattern. if we could just remove the drums, you know, it would literally give me the whole idea to what we're trying to do here. But it's not going to happen. So let's just try it in some weird way. Remove them as best we can. So see, that's how I would be going in on this tune. So it's like boom, cat. But again, I just chose some real fucking random kick and clap there. So you would have to, like, you know, smash this clap to pieces, like. And then when you take the, you know, when we go back to what it was. So that's where we were with it. That's how it was. So just mute these, look. And then we put in the kick snare idea. So yeah, there you go. That's my 2 pence. I would lose the break, come a bit more modern with that one, and then with that, you know, that 909 808 sort of bubbly bass, use that as a breakdown but an octave higher. Maybe that'll work. I'll have a quick look at some of the messages. Yeah, use the break as a layer. Maybe just like the hats from it. I wouldn't even use the kick snare from it, but you get where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? Billie Jean.
Blood clot, red wine.
Right, okay then. So as we move on, Drill OG is still here, mate. We've now got a competitor for Drill OG, because Drill OG was the one that was just you know, killing it with the drill. And now we've got someone else who's submitting this shit. Let's do this.
Bruh.
This is not Drill OG. This is a track called Ruins. Let's go.
Les gens croient que le nombre de détails compte. Mais la mémoire ne fonctionne pas ainsi. Le souvenir naît de l'émotion. Tout ce qui relève de la réalité doit être désordonné. Je peux vous montrer.
What's up, y'all? This is Fat Man scooping up bass dunking.
Run the track. What the hell? Oh my God! No way! Yeah, yeah.
Brahma. Hey, DJ Ras, you see that tune we play a while ago? Lift it up, it's shot, and you are bust it. Bam, bam.
Trust me, we re-enter the graveyard once again. Some dirty business. I don't know who it is, Drillo. Like, it's just a track called Ruins, and it does. It makes you feel like you're ruined now. Do you know what I mean? So it was somebody who was in the chat in the last show, if you remember, where they were saying, "Oh, where can I send a tune?" and blah 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 blah. So yeah, it's one of them. And this is the thing that I always seem to come across. People want to submit the tune, they submit the tune, and then they don't come back. So, but other than that, I think it's a pretty cool tune. It's really nice. I'm going to go to advanced editing because I think we need to make this a little bit faster. There you go, you see. That was nearly a Intense Complex remix. Anyway, let's get some drums. So, big tune. I quite like it, actually. The mix is really well put together. Like, there's not really much you can say about it. I just think that the clap should just come up a bit. And other than that, it's cool. So, you know, nice one for sending that. Again, just can't really say much because the mix was really tidy. So, stepping up, stepping in, the one like London.
1 hour and 80.
I don't know who we can big up. I don't know, mate. You can big up London if you want. London always runs past the 4-minute mark, and believe it or not, his track hasn't even dropped yet. That's still just the intro. Dom's welcome in my DJ. Yay. Ethel showing the hearts, some love right there. This is what I'm saying to you, mate. Like, London just comes in with like a week-long intro. So, look, I can show you. Look, this is how long the tune goes. Look, it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. No, I'm only joking. Mate, fucking fire, as always. Need to sort out something in that Amen. It's similar to, remember snares? It kind of... I'm sorry, I'm reading your messages at the same time. Yeah, so about 5-6k, it kind of comes up again. Entity, because he mentioned Soothe, it made me bring Soothe back up again, because it really did sort of do the trick. And it's a similar thing here, look. See how it's soothing the Amen? There's another bit which where it changes pitch. Yeah, so it's this here when it detunes. So with Soothe on it, I mean, don't get me wrong, Soothe's doing a lot of work, pushing it down by like -3 dB. So it's a lot, and it does make the tune feel a bit duller and less sort of open. But then again, that's how you really want to be. It's better to submit a tune or make a tune not as bright or over bright, should we say. You know, if it's too dull, don't worry about it. You can make it brighter. It's easy to make things bright. It's harder to reduce the brightness, and it's the opposite for the low end. It's easier to control too much sub, or way, you know, when the subs are just way too loud. It's easier to push that in and control it, shape it, as to trying to pull some sub out. Because when you start pulling out the sub, you start pulling out the kick, and you start pulling out all this lower mids, which we've been trying to take care of throughout the show. So yeah, again, I've done an 8. This is an 8 dB boost at about. Well, this is because of this plugin. So I'm not saying this is, well, you have to do an 8 dB boost, because that'd just be ridiculous. But I've got this EQ set to 15 hertz, right? It's not boosting 15 hertz. It's on a like a shelf, a low shelf. But what it's doing is it's pushing up from like 20 all the way up to 40, starting to come back down at 50, but it's just hugging a bit of 100 to make it sound natural. Do you know what I mean? So, and then we'll bypass, put it back. And it's a weird one, because this is still level matched, and when you go back and forth, it's really important that you level match, because you could apply a setting and go, yeah, that sounds really good, but really all the plugin's done is made it louder, so you perceive it to be better. In this case, I've got EQ gain on, which means any move we do is going to be level matched, and in this case, it's made the track feel less present. Like, it's not as clear, it's not in your face, but that's because there's a lot of high end that needs taking care of. So what I would do is have a look at what's going on in terms of what are you using to process the Amen or the drums. Like, what's going on? Are you using exciters? Are you using some sort of like distortion? Are you using any like high end boosts? I don't think you need to dial the Amen back in terms of volume. The volume's fine, it's the brightness. So if you remember when we were doing our one-to-ones, and we had that issue where we were like, oh, the Amen's too loud, we brought it back. But but when we brought it back, it was too quiet. So it's an indication that there's an imperfection of tonal balance. So it's going to be one of them, mate. You need to reduce the highs, bring out the low mids or the mids, and then it will start to counterbalance itself. The only other thing, and again, this is a non-biased thing, this is just a personal opinion, that hearing this for the first time, I noticed that the layers, so you've got like I forget which break it is, it's not the copter break, but you've got a break layered with the Amon. Papa G might know. It's tight. Now, don't get me wrong, it's tight. Yeah, in a bit, Jungle Rhythms. Nice one, my DJ. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you love your Van Halen, mate, don't you? The first time I heard it, it was more, which is the dominant break? Like, which is the forefront break? Is it the... it's not the Lynn Collins break, and it's not the Copter break, but it's one of the breaks. We'll call it one of the breaks. Is that the focus, or is the aim in the focus? I think it's a tough one to sort of discuss, but I know both breaks are supposed to work together. Or is it the copter? Is it just like not pitched down or whatever? We'll call it copter break. I know they work together to create one break, but it just feels like, I don't know. It's just how I was. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just like how it's perceived in terms of the snare or the actual groove. Like, it's something to do with the groove. Because it's some of the snares are not there in one of the breaks, and it's just the aim, and then it comes back in again. And I'm just thinking, it might just be me, like, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying what's in my head, and I feel like there's something about the groove of that break. I don't know. It's a weird one. I can't quite put my finger on it. But other than that, I can't think. I mean, because you're saying pitched as well, I'm thinking, is it because of the pitch? I don't know. But otherwise, mate, it's solid. It's a solid tune. Because it's kind of like, if you just had the Amon, it wouldn't be enough. So you've had that backing break to sort of support it and help it. I get it. But I just think, in my head, I would high pass the Amon and have that break as the groove. Like, that would be the groove, and then the Amon is there as the break. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't know. Either way, bruh. I think it's a pretty sick tune still. Just try and take care of the top end. So go back over the notes and see if you can take care of like the top end in the frequencies. Right, so as we enter with Terry Tibbs inside, in fact, hang on, we did give you a shout out, London, didn't we? I swear I did, because I was like saying to who can we give a shout out or something? Who can we shout out? And I said, you can give London a shout out, and I give her a shout out. So yeah, we got a track by the Bad Man inside. Papa G, 20,000 hardcore ravers inside. So get your glow sticks, get your fucking boiler suits on, and let's do this.
I'm gonna take you back.
Right, listen. This is the biggest crowd I've ever seen in this stadium. 20,000 hardcore!
Hotter than a radiator. Leg on this hour.
Do you want to fuck off now or do you want to fuck off later? Jesus.
What dude? I'm gonna take you back. Right, listen. This is the biggest crowd I've ever seen in this stadium. 20,000 hardcore! Blood clot! Red, white! In this stadium, 20,000 hardcore blood clot. Hey, boom, now it's from Brahma. Hey, dangerous. You see that tune we play a while ago? Listen up, it's shot, and you are busting. Bam, bam.
What can I say? Absolute dog shit, as always. One like Papa G just fucking comes in and tears down the place with some drums, you know what I mean? And that's how we do it. Fucking bad tune, absolutely wicked. But yeah, we've definitely got to drop that That's sampling from Spider. I think that would go down really well, mate. Just some dub plate VIP business. But expect some exciting stuff coming from Papa G. You know what I mean? In the jungle world, he's done some absolute corking remixes. I'm not going to say too much, but it's forthcoming to tease your ass. And yeah, sick in the game, mate. Absolutely love it. I know this was a tune that you made a while ago, and it disappeared, and you hit me up, and you was like, "Yo, I found the tune," and we had to play it. So absolutely love the track, mate. And we can definitely work with this. Definitely need to work with this. You know what I mean? Goes without saying. So awesome tune, mate. Nothing else said. So we're gonna roll into the last track. Good as Gold. Are you going live after this? I could do a little raid into you, my DJ. If not, we'll see who's online. Yep. So we've got a track called Swing. Alright, cool. We'll see who's online. A track called Swing by Lawsy, and hang on, because the writing is that small. Hang on. We'll copy paste that in. I've even got my glasses on as well, and I need to adjust it on my fucking screen so that, like, you know, like you can adjust the like 100%, 150%, and it just changes everything. I think that's what I need to do to make it closer. You know what I mean? So anyway, last track of the night, party people. Check this out. Absolutely wicked stuff. Let's go.
Lift it up, it's shot, and you are boss it. Bam, bam.
Yes, party people. Absolutely wicked tune there, man. Like, again, just going back to the lower, the low mids or the lows again of the track. The only thing I could like pick up on was the stereo bass again. So everyone seems, not everyone, but like a lot of people seem to not notice this. There you go, look. And then with it on, it takes care of it. So we just don't need that low frequencies of like 40, 50 hertz inside. There's just no point. Do you know what I mean? So if possible, use more elliptical filters and high pass filters in the sides only. But other than that, I mean, the tune's absolutely wicked. There's a one or two bits here. I don't know if it was distorting. I mean, that just could be from the limiting anyways. It's nothing really, do you know what I mean? But when I was just playing the track then in sides, yeah, there's one of the Amens. It kind of feels like the stereo imaging that you use to make things stereo, like stereoizing from Ozone or something like that. That's what it feels like he's done on the drums. So it might be something that he might need to dial back. I don't know, but I can't really fault the tune. It sounds great. It's really well put together. It's exciting. You can keep listening and listening. It doesn't get boring. And yeah, it's an awesome tune. So I don't know whether he's done anything with this or whether this is something that's forthcoming from himself. But other than that, absolutely fucking wicked tune. It would have been nice if he was in the chat to see it. You know what I mean? But anyway, party people, as always, we come to the end of the show. And I want to thank everybody that stuck around and joined in. That's the part and parcel of it. Doms, yeah, that phone is not on, mate. That phone is not been on. And also, good as gold, Mrs. Gold says you've been trying to get hold of me. So yeah, that phone's not on. So Doms, like, message me on Discord if you can. If there's a major problem, I'll get in contact with you. Scotty Ups, welcome in. You're late to the show. But as I say, as always, people, submit the tunes, get your tunes in, ready for next show. There's already about 4 or 5 already there, so we could possibly be doing a show on the 17th. So if not, then yeah. But wicked stuff, everybody. Really appreciate the time as always. And I'm going to raid out now into something different. Some of that get high business. Time to smoke up and chill. Gillo G, yes, I got yours. I'm pretty sure I replied back to you saying that it's going to go to next show because obviously we had 10 for today. So sorry, mate, if you hung around for that and it wasn't played. I do apologise, but it will be on next show, guaranteed. So big ups, everybody, and enjoy the evening or morning, whatever. London, yeah, I do have a phone, but it's the work phone. I will message you. But yeah, Doms, hit me up, man, and we'll and basically I'll be in contact with you. So it's just been a bit of a mad one since the weekend, you get me? But yeah, peace and love as always. Big ups in Addy Place.